Leopard 8 is better than Leopard 5 almost under any angle. The car is bigger, plus 30 centimeters, and now the total length is more than 5.1 meters. The wheelbase is plus 12 centimeters, and now this car can be 6 or 7 seaters. Leopard 5 was only 5 seaters. Under the hood we also have more powerful engine. Now it's a 2.0 liter aluminum block, aluminum cylinder head, of course turbocharged with 245 horsepower, which is much more, about 50 horsepower more than the Leopard 5 1.5 engine. Look at this developed heat pump block of the valves. Look at how many tanks for cooling liquid is here, and the motor layout, of course, it's parallel the axle of the car itself. Generally, the layout here is same as in Leopard 5. It's a frame-based SUV with the DMO technology, which means the dual mode off-road. This is a hybrid where the internal combustion engine can transfer the torque to the wheels directly, and it's combined with the electric motor and generators by a planetary gear, which is very reliable and actually one of the best and simplest way to transfer the torque to the wheels, which until now invented by the humanity. The comprehensive power of the two electric motor and internal combustion engine is more than 750 horsepower, which is about 100 horsepower more compared to Leopard 5. The comprehensive torque of the system is about 760 Newton meters. But actually the acceleration from 0 to 100, because of higher carb weight, which is actually about 7 kilograms higher than the Leopard 5, remains exactly the same. 4.8 seconds from 0 to 100. Of course, all these improvements affected the price, and this car in basic version is about 7,000 USD more expensive than the top version of BYD Leopard 5. And actually it is good because it puts the two different models in two different market segments, and they will not affect sales of each other. Now we talk about the battery, and unfortunately the improvement here is not so dramatic as I expected. Here we have 36.8 kilowatt hours. In Leopard 5 we have 31. This difference is literally not big. And we have the V12 function in all versions with the power of 6 kilowatts. Unfortunately, the slow port is single phase, which means it will take up to 7 kilowatts of power, and the fast port is really fast because it's 800 volt platform, but for such a not big battery, it's not really so important. The suspension here is same, which is used in the Leopard 5 top versions. It is Union P hydraulic suspension with the max travel height of 140 millimeters, with the very convenient APP of steering of this suspension. But in contrary to Leopard 5, here we have the stiffness adjustment, which has comfort and sport mode, which is not presented in Leopard 5. And if we check the metal parts of this suspension, we have the traditional for SUVs double wishbone arms here. In this particular case, it's made of some alloy, probably aluminum alloy. The lower arm is very massive and made of steel, and the ground clearance, currently we are in the highest position, is 285 millimeters under this chassis protection, which is actually bigger than it is said in the APP in the cockpit. On the middle part of the car, the ground clearance is even bigger. It's about 300 millimeters. Everything looks almost exactly same like in Leopard 5. The rear suspension looks exactly same. Here we have the electric door seals, which are in the top versions. Here we have the hydraulic tanks for the suspension system. In the back we have even bigger ground clearance. It's 370 millimeters under this exhaust pipe. Here we have the huge muffler painted with some probably anti-gravel, and I should mention again that this part of the video is made in the highest ground clearance, and also, as we see, we have here the aluminum subframe. For those who cares, the body is fully made of steel and fully zinc galvanized, as you see. Even the roof panel, it has zinc coating as well. Generally, the basic version from the top cannot be diversified from appearance. Only these door seals, they are electric in the top versions and fixed in basic versions. The wheel rims are 20-inch in standard for all versions, but for extra money you can add these 21-inch wheels. Now we go to the interior, and basically there we have the minor differences between the top and basic versions. We start from opening the door, and in this car we have electric suction doors in all the versions, which is very nice option and not available in the Leopard 5. Inside, everything is literally one level better than in Leopard 5. Here we don't have plastic anymore. This is soft trim, probably some fake leather. Here the quality of materials a little bit better. Here everything is a little bit nicer. Here we have the ambient lighting incrustated in this beautiful wood. Here we have the very beautiful seal trim with a huge stainless steel cover. In Leopard 5 it's much smaller, it's not so luxurious. Here we have also some luxurious features. Here we have some chrome trim and so on. Here we have already the electric adjustment of the steering wheel column, which is not available in Leopard 5 and which is I really adore. Here the material is better as well. This is the Alcantara ceiling, Alcantara pillow trims, which is actually in Leopard 5 available only with one interior color, and in other interior colors it's not available. Literally one level more premium car. On the seats and steering wheel we have genuine leather in all the versions, but in the basic versions we will have lack of several electric adjustment features. This is the top version and we have the leg rest adjustment, electrical, and we also have the active side support. It's not presented in the basic versions. Same as in some sports cars and for example a BYD Yangwang U8, which is much more expensive. Of course, heating, ventilation and massage of the front seats is in all the versions without any exception. If to talk about the equipment, we basically have two versions, the lower and the top version. But we also have the 7 seats layout and 6 seats layout. So if we multiple 2 by 2, we will have generally 4 possible options of Leopard 8, which you can choose from the Leopard app. Now we are in the interior, and generally this is the same interior from Leopard 5, but everything is a little bit more luxury. Here is more luxury, here the trim is more luxury. Here we have the 2 slots for wireless charging. Here we have the same screen as in Leopard 5. As you see, we have 15 different regimes of driving. In some of these regimes we will have ICE engine turned by default. The animation is very beautiful, and the wading depth of this car is 890 millimeters, by the way, which is of course impressive. Here we have the extremely big dashboard where we can choose different options what to see. For example, we have the energy consumption, the fuel consumption, the tire pressure monitoring system. Also we have the front wheel steering angles, and now I'm turning and it is changing by 1 or 2 angles. This dashboard is one of the most beautiful which I have seen in the last time. It's very bright, very informative and so on. The switch is taken from other models of BYD, which is quite understandable. A lot of physical buttons. This block is taken from the BYD Leopard 5 as well, the cup holders as well. And here we have the front differential lock, which is only in the top versions. The basic version will have only the rear differential lock, but in this car we have the 2 differential locks, and we also have the lower gear system that is called the 4L, traditionally for SUV. All versions have this extremely big colorful HUD. Only top versions have this streaming rear view mirror, and if we talk about this central control screen, it's amazingly bright, amazingly beautiful, taken from Leopard 5 as well. The menu is very typical for BYD. If you ever used any BYD, you will recognize all this menu. It's very traditional, very understandable, and from special features we have the Union separate suspension APP, as I showed you in Denza video, in Leopard 5 video, and we also have this Union mode, Comfort and Sport, which was not presented actually in Leopard 5. And the passenger has its own screen. I think it's about 14 to 15 inches of diagonal. Now we are on the second row of the 6-seat version of Leopard 5. 6-seat is traditionally more expensive, it's the captain seats, but in fact I would say it's not the premium captain seats like for example in Aito M9 or for example Zeekr 009. And as for me, I would not pick this version, I would pick the 7-seater for sure. We have this thin armrest. In this armrest we have cup holder. Basically the comfortability is exactly same as in the Leopard 5. The seat position exactly same. The place which I have in front of my knees over my head is exactly same as well. The main difference here are these 2 large LCD screens. One is for climate for the second row seaters, one is for the seat management and also for the music management, and also for the sun shade of the panoramic sunroof. By the way, we have the electric sunshade here. It can be also adjusted from a another button which can be shifted to adjustment of the seat or adjustment of the panoramic sunroof. Of course, the panoramic sunroof is openable and in all the versions. So basically my recommendation to take the 7-seater, then you have larger space, more cozy space here, and of course you can take one more seater as well. But generally this second row is not bad at all. Now I'm on the third row, and to be honest, this is not the best third row I've ever experienced, even in the SUV. I would compare it with the Volkswagen ID.6. For the kids it will be totally okay, but for adult person like me with 1.78 meters height, my knees are on the level of my chest. I would not like to ride here for more than 30 minutes for sure. Despite we have some conveniences here, we have the USB port, we have even the speakers of the 18-speaker DVL system, we have the armrest, and we have the electric adjustment even on the third row, which helps us to make a little more comfort if we move it to the farthest rearest position. So generally it is so-so, and in this car it's basically a compromise because the second row is not super luxurious, the third row is not suitable for adult people. In my opinion, in these terms, Leopard 5 gives you everything you need already. Now we go to the trunk, and we start from this massive tailgate with a full-size spare tire placed right here, and this holder of the spare tire should remind us the planetary circle from space, because actually the design of this car is inspired by some space motifs. But to me it reminds the space gear, which is also used in the drive of this car. We open the tailgate and we find out that this tailgate had the electric suction, but even Leopard 5 had it for the tailgate. Now we see that with unfolded third row, we don't have space for luggage at all. We can put here only the women's purse, and that's all. We have steering of all the 3 rows of the seats by these buttons, and now we will fold these seats, we will fold them down totally in the flat floor. I will show you the infography of the size of this trunk now on your screens, and later we will continue talking about this trunk. As you see, even the second row we can fold by these buttons, which will be almost a flat floor. In this configuration, of course, we have impressive capabilities of loading. In configuration of 2 rows folded, we have more than 2 cubic meters of the space. We have very good finishing. Here we have even the 220 volts socket, and it also finished in a very nice way with special light here, with very nice material, same as in other place of the car. This is some film, by the way, it's not the bad quality. Here we also have the option of lowering down the suspension, the 12-volt socket, and also here we have the moving of other rows as well. Friends, it's now time to perform the test drive of this Leopard 5. It doesn't matter which version we have, because technically they are all the same. So let's start. I'm curious if this plus 800 of the carb weight changed the behavior of the car. The first thing the manager offered us to test is the autopilot system provided here by Huawei. Now the car changing lanes by itself, now the car recognizes the traffic light by itself, and it works quite well. Where is the speed adjustment? Here. Okay, it's right there. I already adjusted to 60 kilometers. We have all the sufficient information on the HUD screen. Yes, probably it works 100 times better than in old models of BYD. But autopilot is very good, but in terms of driving, compared to Leopard 5, I think this car feels a little bit more fat and a little bit less performance from the start when you use mainly electric motors, because probably they are the same, but we have about 4 to 5 kilograms more weight. Generally, I feel this car is bigger. I feel the steering wheel is a little bit less precise than in Leopard 5, and this feeling is something like Leopard 5 we are in sportive sneakers, but here we feel we put on the winter boots, something like that. We have 2 modes in this suspension, it's comfort and sport, but to be honest, in the comfort mode, I would not say it's much more comfortable. It's just transfer the vibrations from the road in a little bit different way. But in my opinion, the comfort mode is extremely tends to rolling of this car. I don't think the Leopard 5 has so much rolling, and also I think that Leopard 5 had a little bit more precise steering wheel compared to this car. But this car is bigger, it's 7 or 6 seater, probably it's okay for this car to be more like a huge SUV with extremely soft driving. When I used to drive Leopard 5, it had 18-inch wheels, and actually that car was really much comfortable. I cannot say you feel all the road problems here, like road problems, the car doesn't shake you, but it transfers all the vibrations, all the small bumps and so on to the whole body, making it just not pleasant. 3 inches in diameter is actually a huge difference, and I checked even the tire pressure monitoring system. The tire pressure is totally okay. It's 2.7 bars, which is totally normal for the car which weighs more than 3.3 tons and so on. So I would pick this car with 19 or 20-inch wheels at maximum, to be honest. About the energy consumption, the average energy consumption is 15.8 kilowatt hours and 5.3 liters per 100 kilometers, which is actually nice. Okay, so for such a huge car, and we have plus 5 degrees Celsius, I think it's really not bad. We finished test drive of Leopard 8. To be honest, I didn't have so much excitement and pleasure as from driving the Leopard 5 with 18-inch wheels. This car has some problems with transferring of the road bumps and so on, and I guess it's finally because of the 20-inch wheel rims. And also, this car feels slower. After driving the EV BYD Tang with dual motor, this car feels completely slow, and I think that actually it's slower than Leopard 5, at least perception is like that, and the steering wheel is not so sharp as well. But anyways, it's a very large, luxurious car for moderate money, with very good battery and very good technical side. And we can export this car to your country from China to any port of the world. By the way, these are the colors available. We have this light blue, we have this beige color, we have also black cars, and I will make the slideshow of the colors available right now on your screen. Generally, for those who want a premium large SUV with the hybrid technology, this is very good choice. And of course, BYD is a very reliable car which has already proven its reliability. My name is Dennis, you've been viewing my channel. Please push the like button if you like this video, leave a comment and subscribe if you like my videos. See you at my next video.